back to another episode of Not Your Average Joe and Dad, and today we'll be talking about baseball.
Talking about what?
Baseball and setting up for your bow hunting.
Oh, yeah. We're back after a long hiatus.
Oh, yeah.
You know when our last podcast was?
It was talking about
No,
were
when?
going- Oh, no.
May the 2nd.
Seriously?
It is July the 31st. So we have been on almost a 3-month break.
Huh.
So we'll call this season 2.
Yeah.
Of podcast. Of what?
Not Your Average Joe and Dad.
Yeah, make sure you're talking into it now. You're a little mumbled.
I know.
So yeah, we had a lot go on, took a little break. I guess let's pick up with, before we get into baseball, when we left last podcast, we didn't know if I was going to get to Kansas or not to turkey hunt because I had a turkey tag up there. You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did not go to Kansas. In Florida, I tried to tear up my truck apparently.
Yeah.
And so got back and had a little bit of noise going on in my truck and ended up being noise in the rear end. So I had to pull it all apart and completely tore my rear end apart.
Mm-hmm.
Found a little bit of a metal tooth when I drained the differential fluid out of the rear end and turned around and completely broke down the third member, pulled it all apart, pulled the gears all apart, looked at it. They all actually looked fine. I don't know where that came from. Long story short, did all that to make sure it was all right and ended up replacing the wheel bearings in the back, and now the truck's fine. But all that to be said, did not go to Kansas. Had it up on jack stands for a week or so waiting for parts to come in, and maybe 2 weeks. I don't know.
If you remember us previously talking about the alligator head, we finally got that back.
Yeah, and did get the alligator head back, so that looks good. Yep. Yeah, make sure you're talking clearly. You sound like a mumbled little frog over there. You're blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I got the alligator head back, but did not go to Kansas, or my turkey season ended in Florida. Maybe Mississippi, I don't know. But we didn't kill any more birds. And then we were full send with baseball. So
Yeah.
that pretty much consumed all of May, all of June. And so tell me about it.
We played All-Stars.
You got to finish the season first.
Yeah, we won the championship. And then that meant our coach was going to coach the All-Star team. And he chose 4 people from our previous team.
Yeah.
It was Tucker, Noah, Sully, JP, and me.
It's enough. But yeah, you're really skipping over a lot of stuff. I mean, you had a lot of baseball.
Yeah, we did.
You
got a new bat.
You said you won the championship game, but you actually won it in extra innings.
Yeah, we did.
Off of a walk-off hit. You pitched that game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you kept us in there. So yeah, it was probably the most exciting game we played all year.
And the only reason we got there is because of Tucker. Because in the game before, he hit the winning run in to win the game before the championship.
Let me rephrase that. The most exciting game was the game that got us into the championship.
Yeah.
That was extra innings, very competitive. The championship wasn't really competitive. We kind of rolled over that team.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
I don't know how they made it to the championship.
Everybody has good days and bad days. But yeah, so we won that, and the coaches got to coach the All-Star team. And then that started a whole new season, per se.
And then we went to All-Stars, and we first time we played, we went to Flowwood, and yeah, we got the first game.
Well, yeah, we were a little late to the party, so we joined a tournament. I was coaching, and we kind of had one practice and then went and played a tournament because
they're not fair on the practices at all.
But the way it worked was you only have a limited time to do All-Stars, so we were kind of late. The park was late at getting the team together. So we had a practice, went to the tournament, learned a lot, and then we started practicing more. So ended up having 4 tournaments, 5 tournaments.
And no, we did not win a championship in All-Star.
No, we didn't.
Every time we made it to either semi or the one right before semi.
Yeah, but there was a lot learned though. I mean, fall back to come beat some teams y'all didn't think you were going to beat. You really kind of separated yourself as you were our number one catcher. You would come in and play shortstop, but by the end of it, you were probably
the number one pitcher for one game.
One or you and JP would go back and forth with kind of our 1 and 2. You moved into way more starts. Batting wise, I mean, you did pretty good. Yeah, you did get you a new bat.
An icon.
Yeah, Rawlings icon, camo, white camo.
Yes.
Got that and, rolled pretty good. I mean, I think you struck out 3 times, 2 times
Mhm.
all season, put in a lot of runs, you know.
I love the steal.
Yep, in this league, it's 10U playing on some larger fields.
And some very smaller fields.
None of them were really small. They were
Uh,
per the rules for 10U, it should be 180 down the line and 220 to center. Y'all never played a field that small.
Clinton, how was it
It
on?
it wasn't, it was 200.
Mm,
But you almost hit a grand slam.
mm.
Started the rally, we had bases loaded, Joe comes up,
I'm
and
glad we beat that team. I hate the team. It was like Yazoo Yankees.
yeah, they were
They
talking a
were
little
big trash
they were
talkers.
talking a little bit of trash, but you came up with the bases loaded and hit the fence.
Yeah.
Cleared, the bases, huh?
Well, except for me.
Yeah, except for
And I
you.
only got a single out of it because Braxton wouldn't get off second. Well, I'm glad he didn't run as soon as I hit the ball because it was a pop up.
Yeah, you crushed it. It was off the fence. They were playing way up. So, I mean, you had some good moments there, and then,
I didn't notice they were playing up.
yeah, they always play up. Threw some people out,
Mhm.
catching, it was all great. The last tournament was kinda meh.
Yeah.
The last tournament
It was the most expensive fields I've ever played on.
yeah, our last tournament was in Starkville,
But they had
Mississippi.
the dumbest rules.
Yeah, we play baseball rules all year, and, they lead off, they steal, there's balks, you steal home on pass balls, and you do all this stuff. And we get to Starkville, and it was a game changer? I think a game changer was the tournament. Anyway, for 10U, they didn't let you lead off, you couldn't steal until the catcher caught the ball.
Which is so dumb.
There was no run rules. It just was not how we played baseball all year.
And then at the beginning of the game, the umpire said, yes, run rules, but as soon as the other team got a run rule, they were like, nope, keep playing.
Yeah, it was weird. They pulled the kids off like, it was 3 outs or no, they run ruled, pull all the kids off. Our kids got ready to bat, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, there is no run rule." Made our kids get all their stuff back on, go back out. That was a weird game because that team, it was not a good game for us, but
No, I hated that so
without the
much.
without the run rule, I wanna say it was 24-20. That
Mhm.
was the baseball score in 5 innings.
And one of the pitchers was wearing softball shorts.
Yeah, it was weird. It just was, and it was hot, man, it was hot. But that tournament, you probably had the best pitching outing
Yes.
of your life.
I got a 3 up, 3 down inning. Dad taught me the slider before that game, a few practices before that game, and I used it a lot and struck people out on the slider.
Yeah, I mean, it was the best pitching performance I saw all year.
My favorite pitch of all of them was one slider that I threw, and he was gonna barrel the ball up, and it just slid away from the bat.
But you also helped yourself. I mean, you got 3 outs on little dribblers back to you. You threw somebody out from on the ground because your
One
foot
time I stumbled, yeah.
yeah, threw them out from the ground, but, I was sitting there watching you pitch, and I was like, "Huh, I don't know what's going on," but nobody wanted to talk about it because you kept pitching. And then, I remember when you got in the car, I was like, "Yeah, that was a pretty good," or when we got in the car, I was like, "I pitched a pretty good game," and I knew where your head was at because you were thinking about your pitches. I don't know if you remember this, but you said, "Yeah, this one kid came in, so I started him with a changeup high, and he swung and missed. And so then I went with a fastball high and a little outside. He swung and missed. And then it was a perfect opportunity for my slider, and he said I put it on the outside, and it was beautiful, but he didn't swing.
Mhm.
And then I turned around and went right back to that pitch, and he swung and missed. I was like, "All right, well, that's where your head's at." Because in the leagues we've played in, a lot of kids are just trying to throw strikes, and you were up there locating pitches, changing up pitches. The other thing too that was weird is there was no drop third strike rule
Yeah.
in this tournament,
Mhm.
so
Which, as a catcher, that killed me,
yeah,
even though I don't do it a lot.
no, you don't, but it was one of those things, it was very weird, but we ended up not moving too far in that tournament. I say
No.
too far, we were
We
2
made it
out.
to the game before the semi.
Yeah, but it was I don't know. It was very interesting. I'm not normally one to to think the umpires were favoring one way or another, but the team that put on the tournament won the tournament. And
And they weren't that good.
no, the only thing I saw, and none of us can really answer it. I know it's hot, but I mean, I counted 15 to 20 pitches that our pitchers threw, or not you, Ledger threw.
Mhm.
Catcher didn't move his glove,
Yeah.
and they called it a ball. And I want to say it was probably 8 batters, maybe 10, where Ledger went 0 and 2, and then would walk them.
Mhm.
So it would go 0
Or
2.
on strikes.
It would go 0 2. The catcher wouldn't move his glove, and they'd call it a ball. They'd get 4 balls and walk, which was just really hard to work with. It was a little demoralizing, but nonetheless, we had fun. It was a good season. Had a good team.
And then heading back to Clinton, one of the worst fields I've ever played on.
They've been around a while. Those fields were there before I was a kid.
Yeah, I know, but, one time I was pitching, and there was a pop-up that was just right in front of the pitching mound, and I woulda had that dude out by a mile, but I fell coming off of the pitcher's mound,
Yeah,
and I stumbled, and I was, like, crawling to it trying to catch it, but then I got up and picked it up.
those fields were bad. I mean, you've gotten used to playing on some pretty nice turf fields. Those fields were not turf. They had well-worn holes, like,
Yes.
when you went into the batter's box, there were 2 holes, like, it wasn't flat. They didn't really keep it up. The, pitching mound
Was
eh,
wobbly.
was wobbly, but also the rubber was completely gone, and there was metal showing on it.
That was Northwest
That was
region.
Northwest?
Mm.
Clinton had that too. The mound was there
It
wasn't
wasn't
no
as bad, though.
wasn't really mound. This field's left a little bit, but we had some good games. I mean, and it was super. It was hot,
We watched a few home runs before we played games on those fields.
It was only 2 or 3. But yeah, I mean, y'all had it was funny as a team. We didn't start playing well until our backs were against the
No, we
wall.
did not.
We would come out and play a team that we should beat and lose, get in the losers bracket, come out and then win 2 or 3 games in a row
Against good teams.
against really good teams and sometimes beat those pretty substantially. And we would play better if we had already played 2 games. So, I mean, it's 100 and something degrees. These kids have played 2 games, and they come out on the 3rd game, and they play their best baseball. And then we get home, we rest, we come back the next day, fresh as can be, and that's normally what we're not good on
Yeah,
the
we don't like being fresh.
we weren't good on the early morning games, but learned a lot. I wanna say you pitched, you played shortstop.
Yeah.
You may have played second once.
Yes, and also during the regular season, I had to play outfield for like a
Yeah.
1 out.
That's few and far between. You were our leadoff batter.
Yes, I was.
You did good. I mean, you pretty much your on base percentage was incredible. You had a pretty good eye. So you were either walking and hitting and then you were stealing bags and doing all the stuff. So I mean, it was you learned a lot. And before we even knew it, that ended and it already starting fall ball.
Yep,
I mean,
in
it's
about a week or so.
next Tuesday's the first
And
practice.
guess who's the lead coach?
Head coach.
Head coach, whatever.
Yeah, a lot of the guys we've played with have made that transition into travel ball versus rec ball.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be said for that. We did travel ball when Joe was 8, and that was fine. Very competitive, not competitive, very intense, especially
Yes.
back then. Like, you're still throwing to the kids, and people get way too uptight about it. So, the guys that we've played with for many years decided to do that, and I was always an assistant coach with them. And so, yeah, Joe's getting to the age now, though, where I like working with him because I can talk a little actual baseball. It's not so much pitch and catch or throw and catch. We can actually talk about how to play baseball, and that's where I know a little bit more. So, in order to keep that going, yeah, I'm a head coach this year. Should be interesting, and we'll just play it season by season. He'll eventually move to travel ball just because the competitiveness that stays around in this age in rec is not really what you're looking for. I mean, Joe's playing at a pretty high level during All Stars with some high level kids, and a lot of the All Star teams were all travel ball kids and stuff. And he plays right there with him. I mean, I don't want to toot his horn, but
Toot toot.
he can play a little baseball, and pretty worried, not worried. Fall ball is going to be a little bit different because
Yeah.
there's a lot of kids. It's 10U,
But we have mostly 8-year-olds.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Parks and Recs and Brandon, they put 8, 9, and 10, and I guess it's only the way they can make teams, but 8, 9, and 10-year-olds are considered 10U, and so there's a lot of kids that have never been in kid pitch before, and
Like, it at least should only be 10 and 9, maybe even a little 11, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll play it. I mean, the good thing about the fall is it goes pretty fast. There's only 6 games. It's just kinda keep you tuned up, and we'll take on the spring. But the other part of that too is I didn't really wanna go travel ball this fall because, I mean, there's a lot on the plate. In the month of October, I go to Texas and I go to Montana,
Yeah,
and trying to work that in with a pretty heavy baseball schedule. So, go to Texas October 1st through 5th or whatever it is. I turned 40 in Texas. It's my 40th birthday.
really? You turned 40 in Texas?
Yeah, I'll be there on my birthday, so I'll
Hmm,
have a birthday. Hopefully, I can kill a deer. I turned 40. I'm
yeah.
old. I'm old now. So, yeah, I'll be there, and then I pulled the Montana big game combo tag, which we've talked about.
Yeah,
That starts on the 25th of October and runs through November, so I'll have to work kinda that schedule out and see, but I didn't really wanna go travel ball with all that going on, and then, I mean, Joe hunts a bunch. But the
yeah,
spring, same thing. Turkeys come around, and we got a lot going on there, so it should be fun, should be interesting. I mean, we start Tuesday, and we'll kinda know what we got. We were able to keep, JP. You played with JP for
yeah.
the last 4 years,
He was
which
he was there was only, like, 5 10-year-olds in the entire 10U
yeah, I don't it goes by age. It's not my place.
forte.
Yeah, it's not my place to say who plays and who doesn't as far as, like, age brackets. So, we got our team, 12 kids, which is a lot of kids to have on a baseball team.
Yes. But
Um, we
our normal season before All-Stars, we had 13.
we drafted 13, but one of them decided to go play travel ball, so, uh,
Really?
Tatum isn't gonna be on our team.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me, right?
No, they decided to go travel ball, so he
Oh
won't be on our
my.
team. So, I mean, that's really what we've been doing, but, there's a lot of baseball, a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of core memories, I think, were made in this baseball season. Uh, Joe got to play on a lot of the fields I played on growing up, and, good thing about the All-Star thing is you get to play against a lot of kids that are outside of your kinda local area and kinda see where you stack up, and, you learn a lot, and it was real baseball, which was fun. If you've had any kids in baseball, it's the younger they are, the little less of baseball it is. It's more about learning the fundamentals, but they're getting to the fun age where it's actually baseball,
Mhm.
and, so that's good, but now we got that going on. It's 45 days, 40 less than 45 days from both season. Do you know that?
Yeah. I mean, no.
The v Mississippi has an early velvet season,
Huh.
and it's September the 12th through 15th.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is August 1st. So,
And I have 3 more things about the baseball season.
yep, let me hear 'em.
So, first, when I was catching in Clinton, I fell on my face a couple times trying to get out of the hole of the catchers.
Yeah, that was
What
pretty bad.
and then one time, I got a fastball that, like, hit me in the kneecap somehow through my guard, and it really hurt, and I had to come out of the game. It hurt for
Yeah,
sure.
you don't come out often, so when you say you're hurt, it means you're probably pretty hurt. That was in the first game, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then fast forward to Starkville, I'm first batter, and the first pitch was a changeup, from that team that I hate that should not have won the
We don't
championship.
hate them. You just didn't enjoy playing with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like them. And then, and the first pitch was a changeup, little inside, got caught me on the hands, and this is my favorite part of the whole season. I was running to first. It was a more of a chunky kid that was playing first, and he went to get the ball, stepped in the baseline, and I laid him out.
Well, so let's preface this. We do not condone violence on the baseball field, but
What? Oh, yeah, yeah,
mine
yeah,
was a long time ago. I don't
yeah,
count. But you
yeah.
did. You got jammed up a little bit. You still hit a pretty good shot to shortstop, and you
No, it
were
was third base.
whatever. I thought it was shortstop. Coming down the line, the first baseman for the other team, he was probably half a foot taller than you and probably had you about 40 pounds. He was a big boy. He was a big boy. He was from North Mississippi, and he stepped in the lane, and
Yeah, you pay for that.
To be honest with you, I mean, you couldn't stop. It wasn't like you did it on
No.
purpose at all. We would not do that.
Well, I kinda lowered my shoulder because he was in my way.
No, you didn't. I was on the first base watching you. Hindsight, you wanna play it up, but you were running full speed through the bag like you were supposed to. The
I
kid
turned so I wouldn't hurt, kinda
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
the kid stepped in your way, and, I mean,
I was
unfortunately, there was contact,
yeah.
but you did lay him out, and he stayed on the ground, and it was a pass ball,
And
and
then I took the second, and then pass ball to second, I took off a third,
you did.
pass ball at third, and I took off the home and got a
It's true.
error home run.
Yeah, you went all the way through on that one play, so
What is it, like an E1, a E2, and a E3?
it was just a whole bunch of E's. But, I mean, all that to be said, the kid was fine. He came up. You were a good sportsman. We clapped for him. You did not do that on purpose,
No, I did
but
not.
it was unavoidable, and it is always a little,
I see that grin.
it's a little bit of an adrenaline rush when you lay somebody out
Yeah.
that's a lot bigger than you, and, you don't wanna do it, but that was unavoidable, so I don't know if I'd be celebrating that play, but it is part of it.
It's just funny.
Well, it's funny because you were smaller than that kid,
Yes.
and if you just had to defend yourself, but and then the pitching or catching wise, yeah, there were some holes in Clinton, so,
Yes, very big holes.
so yeah, that's about it for baseball, huh?
And then trash talking, we were talking about Yazoo Yankees. Nothing compared to North Jackson.
Yeah, but
Jeez,
we don't do that. I'm
No.
not a believer in that. You wanna trash talk, you just let your bats and gloves do it.
Mhm.
There's no point in running your mouth. That's not the way that we play baseball. Sometimes it's hard.
And I was pitching against the North Jackson, and I was like, "Dude, just stop. It doesn't mess with me."
No, it really doesn't. But yeah, that's enough about baseball.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, I
what
mean, yes.
what'd we do today?
We went to go shoot the bow at the
B&B Archery in Pearl,
B&B
Mississippi.
Archery.
Yep.
Not sponsored.
No, no. You've been watching too many YouTube videos.
Probably. And then we went and ate at Mexican, and then we went to the co-op,
Uh-huh.
and we got some deer feed.
Protein, yeah. Well, so let's we did. It's time to set up some
Bow hunting.
yeah, it's time to set up some of my sticks and get all that ready and try to put a little protein out there. It's it's hot. I mean,
protein.
it's felt like 115 here in Mississippi. I think the other day, yesterday, through parts of the state, it was heat index of 120 and 115. So it's brutal. But it's time to kind of set out a little protein, get a couple licks going, get some cameras out just to see what's around. And so I think we're going to do that Saturday and do that. But yeah, we shot your bow. It's the first time we've done that in a while. We really haven't been shooting much because you walk outside and it's 120 degrees.
You
It's
immediately start sweating.
yeah, it's not fun. Oh, tell me about last weekend. You have a newfound hobby you like. No, a bow.
Oh, yeah. I love recurve bows, we found out.
Yeah, we went to the Mississippi Wildlife Extravaganza,
Mhm.
and they have a kid shoot, which is put on by the Traditional Archery Association, I think, or something like that.
Never did it.
Okay, go for it.
And then, so yeah, everything Dad was saying. Then when we got there, we were like the first ones there. Like nobody was there at the bow shoot, and he said, "Come up and shoot," and he handed me this little like toy recurve bow, and then I could not hit anything with that. And then he handed me a nicer one. Pop, pop. They had balloons on the deer, and I was going pop, pop. And then, he handed me another bow, and then Dad said, "Start calling your shots." And I said, "Green one, pop, red one, pop, little red one, pop."
Yeah, I mean, you really took into it. He handed you, with like you said, it kind of
So it went from like a 20-pound bow to a 25-pound bow to a 30-pound bow.
no, you went from that kind of little plastic type of recurve.
And then we went to a 20-pound.
You went to maybe a 20, 25,
Yeah,
but
20,
then
25.
and the guy was
20,
kind of
25.
the guy was kind of blown away because you were shooting away. So let's try this one. So he handed you some like handmade custom 35-pound draw, and
Mhm.
Joe just pulled it and started calling his shots, and we wanted to see what he could keep doing, and so
We went up to 40.
went to 40.
Then we went to 45.
Yep.
And then we went to 50.
52.
52,
Yeah.
and then later we went off so my arm could rest, and he wanted to see if I could pull a 54, and when we came back, 54 was just a little too much.
Yeah, 54 is a little too much, but you shot all the way to 52,
Mhm.
and the guy that was running it, super nice guy named Robert, he actually brought you his personal bow that he shot his first deer with in the '70s when he was
Mhm.
16, and you shot it and hit, and so,
It
yeah, I
was
mean,
pretty beat up.
yeah, you did really well. I mean, you were shooting some high dollar bows, but really
Mhm.
like those. So that was fun. Joe's been pretty high on that, and he shoots a recurve bow better than he does his compound.
Yes, I do, and I like recurve better than compound.
So we may have to look in that. I mean, the 35 to 40 pound draws. I mean, he was
Oh,
calling his shots, and the little balloon was probably 3 inches, and
not it was that big, not even
okay,
3 inches.
and he was just popping them all. So he had a good
When
time
I
with
hit
that.
the little one, it was, like, middle of that balloon.
Yep. So we did that,
That
but
was
yeah,
the exciting part about it.
it was. Do what? Oh yeah, he was so impressed with Joe. He asked for my phone number and wanted to invite Joe out to a traditional shoot. So if we hear from, we'll go and let
And
Joe.
wanted to get some pictures.
Yeah, he wanted pictures with Joe and wanted some video of him shooting. So he was, he was just happy to see somebody that was 10, one, could be able to shoot, and two, love it so much. So that was really fun.
Yes, it was.
But then, yeah, so today we went and got some protein and whatnot, and we gotta go. I think Saturday we're gonna go out there and set some cameras up and hang some sticks.
Probably gonna be hot.
It's not probably, it's gonna be hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's been just ruthless and
Mhm.
brutally hot. Um, so anything else on that?
No.
All right, I think Joe wanted to do his tip of the week with Joe.
Okay, so this is gonna be a baseball themed tip today, and this is something that I personally forget a lot, is always take a step back when a pop-up is hit to you, because it's easier to run forward than backward.
Yeah, 3 steps back.
Yeah.
Is a little
Did you
son.
get that from Leonard Skinner?
No,
3 steps back?
no, that's give me 3 steps.
Oh.
But yeah, it's always easier to run forward than it is backwards.
Yes.
You've been burned a few times,
Yep.
as most people have. Gotta learn that one the hard way.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
known it for a long time, I've just never really done it.
Yeah. Well, and, this has nothing to do with your tip, but I was gonna bring this up. Inadvertently found some holes in my shorts.
Oh,
My
yeah.
back pocket had a hole in it, and we found this out because I have a habit of putting my phone in my back pocket, and,
Everywhere. He would drop his phone because he would put it in his pocket, and it would go plop.
yeah, and so I put my phone in my back pocket, it'd fall out. Then another pair of shorts that had a hole in the front pocket, and every time I
It
turn,
wasn't big, but it was a hole.
so I was like, "I'm just gonna throw these away and find more shorts," and Joe was like, "Well, I'll take them to Mama and Papa's and fix them for you." And, come to find out, he just hand sewn
Mhm.
my
So,
the holes in my shorts back together. So now I have a functional pocket in both of them. I didn't have
mhm.
to throw them away. So learn to sew. That's my tip of the week.
Huh.
I do not know how, but Joe does, and
Mr. Hunter knows how to sew.
now he's fixing my clothes. So,
Yeah.
well, we're right at 30 minutes. You have anything else you wanna talk about?
Not really.
Alright, well, go ahead and hit me with a joke.
Okay, what family members always come to the picnic?
What?
Ants.
That's not bad. Did you come up with that one?
No.
No, you found it in your joke book?
Yes.
Alright, well, a little recap. We are back. I don't know if we'll call this season 2 or what, but we've had
We're
a
calling it season 2.
alright, season 2. Probably do these every 2 weeks until hunting season, maybe every week. We'll be a week to 2 weeks, but we'll
I
be
just gave Dad the side eye.
he does that often, but we'll be back rolling with these now, especially closer we get to hunting season and more we got going on, so we've hit 250 downloads.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad, but 250 total downloads for our podcast, which isn't a lot, I know, but for us, that's fun. I wonder
And
if we
shout out to Ellis and Kurt because I know that they listen to this, like, every single day.
well, that's awesome, but I'd love to get to 500. I wonder if we can do
Yes.
that, so
And remember, leave a review, please.
we still haven't gotten a review. Maybe we'll get a review one day, but hopefully we can build it up and get to at least 500 before hunting season's over with. Downloads.
Yeah.
We still have the Instagram, the YouTube, and all that stuff.
And you can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Anywhere else?
There's a TikTok too, but I don't do a lot with that. But what we may do is actually record some of this and, like, when we go Saturday, maybe we'll record a little bit of it and put some out on,
And we'll
YouTube.
take a picture of the alligator and put it on our.
Yeah, that thing's big, isn't it?
It is giant. The teeth are huge.
I did just a Euro mount, so it got boiled down, and
Yeah.
it's 2 feet by
What?
24 inches long and 10 inches wide.
That's literally as big as the world's shortest person.
Yeah, it's a big alligator head, so gotta figure out what to do with it, but I think that's all we got, so
And remember what to do. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell.
All right.
Wait, this is Joe Messina signing off.
Alright. See y'all later.